For this video to actually work for you, you need to watch it in full screen. Otherwise, you're gonna go open the comments or do some other random shit. So trust me on this. Just watch it in full screen. Alright, now let's get started. So I'll be honest with you. I used to scroll too. At times, I just feel like a loser, man. Like the guy who can't even sit in silence for like 5 minutes. A guy who can't even sit without picking up his phone for like 2 minutes. Like it just felt overall so bad, man. And if you can relate to this, trust me when I say this, it's not about keeping blockers or app timers or whatever on your scrolling on your YouTube or Instagram. It's not about that. It's about you. You need to change, not changing the app time or switching to another blocker on your phone. You can keep blockers, app time, and stuff, sure, but did that really stop you from scrolling? Like, be honest with me right now. Be honest with me. Did that actually stop you from scrolling? Because when you want to scroll, you will find a way. Like, even if you keep blocker, you'll literally just delete the app. If you keep relying on app timers and blockers and you're wondering why you can't quit scrolling, well, you're doing the same shit, dude. I don't know what to expect. Like, if you do the same shit, you're gonna get the same shit. You can't do the same thing and expect something else, man. You won't get it. So, you know what the root cause behind all this is? You can't deal with boredom. Like, literally, the brutal truth is, you're a guy who can't even sit in silence for like 5 minutes. You're a guy who can't sit without doing anything for like 5 minutes. Like, you can try that. Try doing that right now. Pause the video and try sitting for 5 minutes without doing anything. You'll find yourself like twitching, You'll find yourself urging to just grab that phone and start scrolling. Like, that's your current situation, man. Like, you literally can't sit in silence for like 5 minutes. And you know why? See, one of the main reasons why you can be this kind of guy who can't sit in silence or who can't sit without doing anything for 5 minutes is because you're tense. Like you right now, I bet you your shoulders are like this. Drop them. Like physically, just become aware and drop them, bro. Right? You had your shoulders up all this time like this, right? Just drop them. I'm pretty sure you at least have one friend who is like that relaxed kind of guy. Even if something bad happens to him, he'll still relax and be like, okay, how can I view this like positively or whatever? You must have at least known a guy like that, right? That's that sort of vibe that you want to be in, man. You must have had this happen to you, right? Like, suppose you just found like an interesting video on YouTube, and that day your mind decided to be something else. You literally just clicked on a video and then skip like crazy, or just watch it for 5 seconds and then click to another video, and you kept on just cycling to these videos, trying to speed run to get the dopamine or whatever it is. You're just trying to cycle and speed run these videos, and that time you're tense. Because when you're doing that, you have this kind of agitated energy around you. You're like, okay, skip, skip. Oh, that's pretty good movement. You're gonna just keep on being kind of agitated, tense guy, bro. I'll give you a simple example of what is being tense and what is not. So, suppose you were getting ready to go college or to high school or whatever. Then, when you're getting ready, are you the type of person who tries to just speed run getting ready, like tries to do it as fast as possible? He's like, okay, I'm out of the bath, I'm coming back in, and then now he just put like chucks out all the clothes that he wants, like he has his drawer, right? You just take it out fastly and then you wear it out very fast. You kind of slip on the pant one and you again cancel off balance and shit like that. You're just doing everything so fastly, right? Like you're just trying to speed run that shit. But then compare that to another guy who's then just relaxed. He's out of the bath, goes to his room, and he also wears the same thing, suppose. But then he's not in a rush, you know. He's not in a rush to just speed on everything and try to save time. He's not in a rush. Although they both, like guy one and guy two, they both have to reach the same time. They both have to reach the bus or whatever at the same time. Guy one is rushed, but this guy, he's not rushed. He's just slowly getting ready. But slowly doesn't mean that he's gonna like slowly just keep the pant, slowly wear the shirt. No, he's doing all that, but he's not in a rush. He has the kind of stillness around him. Only when you have the kind of stillness and that kind of calm and peace around you, only then you'll actually be able to stand silence and boredom and actually thrive in it. You'll be pretty peaceful. I suppose you're just sitting on your couch and then you have like a, I don't know, your garden view, or you just have view of the trees, and then you just look and be like, oh, there's my favorite pigeon or whatever the hell. Like, you just are that kind of peaceful person. You don't like boredom, right? Yeah, you don't like boredom, right? So you want a way to just escape it immediately. And what's the fastest option? Picking up your phone and scrolling. Now, suppose you could stand boredom, then you wouldn't want to escape it. If you can tolerate something, you won't feel the urge to escape it. And the urge to escape it is what causes you to scroll. And if you don't have that urge, then you won't scroll. You see what I'm getting at? And also, just sitting in silence and boredom is such an amazing thing. You're just there, contemplating your thoughts, you're just kind of processing shit. You're making yourself more mentally free, and it's just nice, man. I don't know how to explain to you. Like, when I had this intense exam season, like 2 3 months back, bro, I was like sitting in silence and boredom for like at least 30 minutes or 1 hour per day. Like, I would just sit on my couch and then look out from like the view. Like, it may sound weird to you right now, but try it. Like, once you try it and you do this for like a week straight, like, just sitting in silence and shit, it's pretty nice. Like, you would want to go do that again. Now, if you can't stand being with yourself, your mental health is kind of fucked up. Like, that's the truth. If you can't stand being with yourself for that long, your mental health is just fucked up. If you want to fix your mental health, I have like a bunch of videos basically on like every single part of mental health, whether it's addictions, whether it's happiness. I just have a bunch of videos. Go check them out. Like, I'm genuinely telling you, these will help you. Or you can join my Discord right now and I can give you direct advice. If you have like a bunch of boredom in your life just starts to feel more interesting again. Because when you're doing these other bad habits, you're just minimizing your ability to feel novelty. Because what are these scrolling and all these kind of bad habits doing to you? They're supplying you novelty. That's why you're stuck in the loop, right? Because whenever you scroll, you get like new bits of information that you never knew, or you watch like new videos, right? So that kind of stimulates the novelty part in your brain, and then your brain thinks, all right, we've got like enough novelty, so like the life can just be all right, I guess. This isn't long lasting novelty or like real novelty even. This is just a fake impression. Because real novelty is like just going out in the world, experience something new. Like, suppose you just travel to Japan. That's novelty. Not you scrolling on your fucking phone like some retard. Like, that's not novelty, brother. That's a fake impression which your mind is being satisfied with. When you have novelty easily, your brain won't make you use the things that cause actual novelty. Like, think about it, man. If you could easily get like a small supply of novelty and you could spam that, you would do that compared to just doing the harder thing, which is much harder to do, by the way, in order to get that novelty in real life. So, what would you do? Obviously, do that. But the thing is, that makes your life boring as hell, because the only novel thing in your entire day is literally scrolling. Like, imagine that. Like, imagine the most enjoyable part only being scrolling. Like, that would be a depressing life. And when you start having a lot of boredom and silence and all these kinds of things, you just start to feel that your life is getting interesting again. Even the smallest things start to feel pretty fun and pretty exciting. Something as small as just hanging out with your friends, something as small as that can be so much more interesting when you stop scrolling, dude. Like, when you're scrolling and then you start hanging out with your friends or something, like in the evening, you will be that kind of guy who scrolls even when he's hanging out with his friends. Or you're going to be the kind of boring guy who doesn't have anything interesting to talk about, except scrolling on some bullshit that he saw on YouTube shorts. Suppose you're the kind of guy who doesn't scroll. then you would have a blast with your friends, man, because you have an enjoyable activity. Like you view hanging out with your friends as one of the most enjoyable activities, at least in your day. But when you're scrolling, the only enjoyable activity that you deem is pretty enjoyable is scrolling. So when you think something is less enjoyable, it will be less enjoyable. Like your mind makes you feel what it thinks. Like be honest with me. When you feel anxious, do you just pull out your phone and start scrolling? Because then you're using scrolling as a means to just cope with anxiety. If you start scrolling when you feel anxious or stressed, you're literally weakening your mind's ability to deal with anxiety or stress by itself. I'm not even joking with this shit, like literally. There's research that if you scroll to avoid the stress and anxiety, certain parts of your brain, which are meant to deal with anxiety and to deal with this stress or whatever, literally just shrinks. Like it literally shrinks down. You're picking 1 hour of scrolling over 5 minutes of boredom every single day. Now, is boredom really that scary? Probably not, right? But your mind makes it much worse or makes it sound much worse than it actually is. So, experience it a little every day. Get comfortable with boredom. That's why my actionable step for you is meditate. Yeah, it might not be the most sexiest actual step, like, hey, here's this new app blocker that I found that will help you 100% to quit your scrolling or whatever shit like that. No, it's not a instant like go kind of thing. You gotta fix your internal problems, not trying to fix it externally. Alright? So to fix it internally, you need to meditate. Sitting and just closing your eyes and focusing on your breath is not the most fun thing, right? So that means that it might be boring. And if you can experience boredom for like at least 5 or 10 minutes per day, that's actually pretty good, right? So it gets you comfortable with boredom and it makes you less stressed. Here's what to exactly do. So sit down somewhere and then close your eyes. And now here's the important thing. Like you must have heard, focus on your breath. And when your focus gets drawn to some other thing, bring your attention back to focusing on the breath. But what does focusing on the breath literally mean, right? You must have had this question like, what do you mean focus on the breath? I'll tell you. So, what focusing on your breath actually means is as you're breathing in, you just focus on a sensation that's there in your nose. Like, feel that air going through your nose and into your lungs. Like, you can just feel when you breathe in, right? You're gonna feel that air come out of your nose or go in through your nose, right? That's what you focus on. That's the sensation that you focus on. When you get distracted by thoughts, you just simply bring your attention back. You become aware that, oh, I'm distracted. And then you bring your attention back to focusing on the breath. This is one of the biggest mistakes that you can make, which is pretty common actually. See, don't try to stop your thoughts from coming up. Like you need them. The whole point of meditation is you get the thoughts and then you bring your attention back to focusing on the breath. It's like doing a rep in the gym, you know. You pick up the weight and you lift it or you curl it or whatever. That's one rep. So whenever you get a thought and you bring your attention back to focusing on the breath, that's one rep. And start with 3 minutes and work your way up. Okay. And if you can do 5 minutes, great. And if you want more help, like this is actually pretty helpful. Download the app called Medito. And I'm not sponsored or whatever. I can't be sponsored at this size, but basically I use that app and it's really good. Like it maintains your streaks, etc. It shows you your off days. Like literally, it has a system where it literally shows you a consistency score. So yeah, you won't be able to cope when you say, "Oh, but I meditated all week," when you've actually done only like 4 days. So yeah, keeping the streak up also becomes a fun game in its own. So download the app called Medito. Medito. If you watch this video until now, you're the real G man because I'm telling you, even if I pull up the stats, 6% of the people who have clicked on this video will watch until now. Like literally 6%. That's the average. So you have the attention span of a fucking G, bro. So good job, man. And if you watched it till now, you also liked this video, right? That's why you watched until the end. I make these types of videos every other week, so subscribe. And If you want direct advice from me, join my Discord, links in the description. Alright? And always remember, choose what you won't regret.